What is up, guys? This is Zach from Anglers Escape, and today I'm doing some bait fishing for catfishing. I actually just got into a school of mooneye or goldeye. Not 100% sure of the difference. They're very close in species, but they make excellent catfish bait. So behind me is a little creek that flows into the Missouri River about 1/4 of a mile downstream. Whenever the river levels rise, especially in the spring when you get some flooding, those mooneye back up into these creeks and start feeding on all the little bait fish. And so what I do is I take a little bobber, and then a few feet down I have a little bit of weight, and then I have a bait on a size 1 hook, and this is just some worm. But minnows also work really well, and using inline spinners will also work well for these mooneye or goldeye. And they make excellent catfish bait. I'll show you some footage of a 46 pounder and some 20 pounders I caught on this mooneye, so I'm really excited. It freezes pretty well compared to other baits too, so hopefully I can stock up my freezer and have some baits for the next year. But let's go ahead and get after them. Oh, we got one, guys, on the worm. Looks like a carp, maybe? Oh, it's a mooneye. This is amazing bait, guys. Right here we got some really good bait. This is called, it's either a mooneye or a goldeneye. But he's got a little bit of teeth. Got me there a little bit, but seeing, just took that worm. And this is what I caught, a 46, there was one night I had, using these guys for cut bait, caught a 46 pounder. Immediately after, caught a 18 pounder and like a 20 pounder, just like one fish after the next, bank fish in the Missouri River. But this is some amazing bait right here, these mooneyes. Something happened to his tail right here. It looks like something tried to bite him or something. But this guy is definitely gonna become cut bait. Getting another bite, guys. Let's see if we can get whatever's playing with this in. And we got him. It's another mooneye. Hallelujah. I'm gonna stock up on some amazing catfish bait, guys. This creek is the perfect, whenever the river levels go up, this creek kind of backs up. And when it backs up, these mooneye get in here, feeding on all the little bait fish coming in here. And these mooneye are just excellent bait. You can catch them with minnows, worms, like small inline spinners. This might be a goldeneye. It's either a mooneye or a goldeneye, but these are insanely good baits for those big river catfish. Grab my $1 hook removers that I got off eBay. Bought 10 of them for 10 bucks, free shipping, no tax. And there's another one. Don't have my stringer with me, and I'm gonna go home and freeze them. All right, we got one, guys. Probably another mooneye. Yep, it's another mooneye. Fell in half, but another great catfish bait right here. Beautiful mooneye. We'll go ahead and add him to the bait bucket. All right, guys, something's playing with it. Gotta get ready to set the hook. You really gotta set it hard on these guys. And there we go, we got him. It's another mooneye. Perfect catfishing bait. Just gotta be prepared to set that hook because their mouths are bony. But this is number 4. Stocking up on some great baits. This guy really swallowed it, actually. Go ahead and we'll get him in the bait bucket. There we go. All right, we got another one, guys. Feels like a nicer one. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the biggest mooneye so far, I think, jumping out of the water. Probably like a bass. That is another great catfish bait. Whoop, already popped off. All right, I managed to get 5 of these goldeye or mooneye. I'm not 100% sure which. I caught them all on worms under a bobber. A lot of times I'll get them under minnows under a bobber or small inline spinners. But these are excellent catfish bait. I mean, I caught 46 pounder, multiple 20 pounders, tons of catfish on them, but they freeze well too, which is really nice. So we're gonna add these to the bait collection. I'll probably dice them up into 1 by 1 inch squares up to like 4 by 4 inch squares. The heads are definitely the best bait, I'd have to say, out of any bait on here. A lot of people don't think the head's that good, but for one, it stays on the hook really well because it's so hard, and 2, I think there's the most scent that comes out of the head. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these back and get them cut up for bait. All right, guys, I'm back at home, and I went ahead and cut up some of these mooneyes. So 3 of them I'm gonna freeze whole. These I'm gonna use later this week fresh. Fresh is definitely better than frozen, but when you get a lot of these guys, they still work frozen. So I'm gonna keep these guys to freeze in this gallon Ziploc bag. You can see I've kind of cut them up. The head is actually the best piece. One, it stays on the hook really well because the skull's real hard when the hook goes through it. And it also has a lot more scent, I feel like, than the other pieces. But you can see I got some bigger pieces, and then I cut up some smaller pieces for some smaller channels. This is probably like 10-pound plus catfish. Sometimes even a 5-pounder will grab something like this, but this is more of my 1 to 5-pound catfish. Got a nice array of baits right here, and hopefully we have some luck fishing with these guys later this week. All right, we're walking to our bait fishing spot, and found a mulberry tree. This is full of mulberries. It's about mid-June. They're all coming in season, and they're really sweet, really good. They look like mini blackberries basically, but we'll continue our hike to our sandbar spot and hopefully have some luck today. So right here I have 2 setups with cut mooneye that I caught Friday. So you can see I just have my Carolina rig. I'm using 8-ounce sinkers. I'm going to fan out about 3 to 6 poles with this cut mooneye and some with worms too for some smaller channels and just see if I catch any sturgeon. But I'm going to walk down this bank here a little ways, kind of spread them out, fish a few different spots, and hopefully we have some luck here today. It's mid-June. A little bit overcast. I would say it's midday right now, about 11:30 noon or so, but let's hope we have some luck. Got a little fire going for lunch. We're gonna cook ourselves some hot dogs. It's been so wet, all I could find was some dry bark off this tree, but should cook up pretty nicely. It tastes pretty good here in a little bit. Just got to keep rotating it, get that nice burn all the way on the outside. So while we wait for the poles to bite, we got 6 out right now with cut bait and worms. Gonna have a nice lunch, just cook some hot dogs on the campfire. You see that nice roasted campfire hot dog. Got some mustard and ketchup. Brought an orange and then some veggie straws. So just waiting for the poles to go. So we did some fishing with that mooneye I caught the other day at the river, and unfortunately didn't have any luck. That's just how it goes. A couple years ago I came here with mooneye, same time of year, same conditions, and man, I was catching it left and right. Within 30 minutes I had a 46-pounder, several 20-pounders. I came back the next day, I had about a 40-pound flathead on a bait just like this, and the fish were just biting left and right. But today, for the river fishing, it's just such a big body of water. These fish just roam around, and you never know if they're going to be there or not. But another thing I'd like to point out is I have to change out these baits pretty quick because these rivers really wash away the scent. So you can see this guy had lost a lot of his scent in there. So after about 30 minutes to an hour, you got to switch out these baits or you'll stop getting bites. But using the normal Carolina rig with these mooneye that I normally have a lot of luck on, but today's just one of those days. Just didn't have any luck, but that's how fishing is, especially on the rivers. Oh, and one more quick thing, guys. I did just write an ebook over the last couple weeks. It's about 25 pages or so. It shows a lot of my catches and what I caught them on, what time, what pound test line, what baits, and also just a lot of tips in general, how to get catfishing and how to locate good spots, catch fish, the gear, all that kind of information. It's $5. I'll put the link of the ebook in the video description below, but I hope you check it out and give me some feedback. But as always, guys, I wish you the best of luck fishing. All right, we're trying to get out of here as fast as possible. We got some pretty big thunderstorms coming in here. It's really gusting. I'd say 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts at least right now, but let's hope it's gonna start downpouring here in a second. Normally this is perfect fishing conditions. I can't believe we didn't get anything. But right now the weather's just perfect. It's been like 90 plus every day, and right now it's about 70. 20-mile-per-hour winds feels great, but you can see all that stuff's really blowing down. We better get out of here before the thunderstorm hits.